Hey, what's up? It's Paul from Guitar World, and I'm here with Dream Theater's John Petrucci. And today we're just going to be talking strictly guitar, and more specifically, his brand new Ernie Ball Music Man Majesty guitar.
Yes, it looks really good on you, I have to say.
See that? I know I wear it well.
Your name written all over it, Paul.
I gotta get it now. So, real quick, we were talking about this off camera, but it's funny as someone who reviews gear, and I said, "Oh, John's coming out with another Majesty," and I go, "How is a guy who has a signature guitar? You know, he's got a whole number of them." He goes, "Does he get it after a month?" And he goes, "Oh man, I need a new one. There's a couple things I need to tweak on this. Something's wrong." So, what about it that you did differently, or is it something that is a sort of an evolution? You found something new that you need to introduce a new model?
Sure. Well, I think first of all, one of the most striking differences in the 2019 Majesty line are the finishes and the colors, because we have come up with some of the coolest, most beautiful looking instruments I've ever seen. And, all the guys there are just so good at doing that.
Yeah.
And that's the type of thing that kind of freaks me out, because I'm like, how could you, come up with even more colors? So, the kinetic blue that you're holding there.
This one is really
color change. The Tiger Eye that I'm holding here. I mean, there's some of the most beautiful instruments. And Scotty Ball has been like integral to that whole process. It's been really wonderful. Yeah.
That's the first thing I noticed is particularly that one. And what's interesting about the new Majesty is, I think, as you had noted before, so this is the first one with the maple top, a full maple top now, without normally the cap.
Exactly.
And this one has an alder body.
Right. As far as the history, when the guitar first was introduced, there were basswood guitars. And one of the features of the guitar in the shape and the design was the shield that's on the front. Now, neither of the guitars we're holding
has the
show
shield.
that shield, because this one has a solid color. But it's like basically the sort of JP shield that comes over here that had a maple top to it. Now, eventually, as we started to come out with different lines of the guitar, the Artisan series, the latest was the Monarchy series, we kind of moved away from the basswood all into more mahogany guitars. So it's neck through, they're all neck through guitars, which is what makes it unbelievably easy to play.
Just a great sculpted heel on this one too,
Exactly, with tons of access to the higher frets because of the way it's designed. And it's mahogany neck through, mahogany body. You can't see it on this one, but there's a maple shield. The difference with this particular one, this is the Tiger Eye version. This was the first time that we did, instead of just having the maple be just on the shield part, we did the entire surface of the body in maple. And this is a beautiful,
tobacco sunburst.
Tobacco, we call it Tiger.
Tiger
Eye. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous finish. You really get to see.
Well, what's kind of cool, I don't know if it translates as much, but it's almost that even though you eliminated the shield, they purposely kind of turned the color scheme close to that shield, right?
Yeah, and this contour it's on all the guitars. It's just kind of maybe more pronounced here. And also it follows through on the back of the neck, which I think is really, really beautiful.
That's very cool.
That's beautiful.
Wow.
And like you said, whereas all the other Majesties in the line are mahogany, this is an alder.
And we also said, we talked about also that there is a tonal difference, obviously, that you probably noticed when you got it compared to the mahogany.
Yeah. So throughout my history with Ernie Ball Music Man, which it's been 18 years, going on 19 years, which is unbelievable.
That's great. That's a great run.
Yeah, it's unreal. But besides the Majesty guitars, on my line of guitars, we tried different wood combinations. Some were basswood, some were alder. And we had never done a Majesty in this wood combination for as long as we've had the Majesty now. So we did the basswood, we did mahogany, we never did an alder version.
Right.
And I had a previous model, I think it might be the JP12, I don't want to get that wrong, I think it's the 12, that was alder and sounded really, really great. And I thought, like, let's kind of combine the best of both worlds with that model and the Majesty. So doing the alder with the big maple top, newly tweaked DiMarzio pickups.
Yeah, I
by
think
Mr.
you said
Steve Blucher.
Right, you said that was also needed to be done as well.
Right,
to sort of accommodate that sound.
Exactly, and what we basically did, and what Steve Blucher did so well, is to just make the guitar speak even louder, even more. It just has this big, bold, throaty, aggressive roar to it. You know, it sounds huge. You plug it in, and it sounds unbelievable.
You know, one question I always wanted to ask you is, you know, we also discussed that you have an enormous amount of Majesty guitars in tow or at home. Do you have any particular one that is your favorite? Like you're like, oh, that's the one, you know, when I usually get home I pick up, or that's the one I usually want to record with. Is there one? I'm just curious.
It's such a funny thought, because you would think yes, but you know, between my wife and I, and you know, everybody in my family, there's guitars everywhere.
Right.
You know, no matter where we go. So it's like, it's hard to just get attached to one specific one, because, you know, you buy the fireplace, there's one. You go into the office, there's a different one.
Right.
You buy the couch, there's another one.
It's just that I find that maybe it's because they're so precisely set up that it's almost like, well, they're all really great.
They're all really great. That really is the bottom line. You know, a recent one that we did, you know, they do a BFR series where it's like sort of like the combination of aesthetics and tone woods and everything that kind of create the higher end version of the guitar. And a recent one they did was called the Steakhouse Majesty, that had a spalted maple top and like BMW like cobalt black. And it's just, you know, I would say if any of them at home is like a go-to, it's probably that one, just the way that it looks like. But they're all, you know, every one of them feels incredible.
It's the only reason I always ask is because every guitar player I've ever talked to, they always have like, oh, well, I know I have that guitar. And there's
like the one.
That's the one. It sounds like like nothing else. And
I hate to buck the system, but there's not just like the one. They're all
We found the unicorn in the guitar tribe.
There
we are. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I was going to say before, well, if you do check out the videos where John talks about his riffs off the new album, Distance Over Time, you'll definitely hear the growl from these pickups, and just also the amazing clarity as well.
Right.
You know, which really adds to that sound.
It does. And you know what? The guitars are so beautifully made. Ernie Ball Music Man is, you know, the best guitar creators out there, you know, between their engineering, innovation, and the way they build the guitars. So they're already sounding amazing, just acoustically, because of the design, because of the attention to detail. So the pickups really just need to bring that out. They need to bring out the natural, rich characteristics of that the instrument already has, already possesses. And so it's a great marriage between the two companies. Really amazing.
Well, that's awesome. Well, thank you for talking about it. And
you got it. You keeping that one? Or?
I don't know. I'm not much of a 7-string player. I might have to hold on to that one.
Okay.
But as you heard, the brand new Majesties, they're fantastic, and really the difference is in the details, and these are just great playing guitars.
Awesome.
So thanks again.
You got it.